Hello everyone, it's Ms. Sherman here, and today we're going to be talking about the RACE method, which we can use to answer questions. So RACE stands for restate the question, answer the question, cite your evidence, and explain your evidence. RACE is a great reminder of the different parts to answering a question so that we can make sure that your question includes everything you need to answer it completely. So we're going to practice using this RACE method today with a short passage. Mrs. Sherman woke up at 7:30 a.m. She started to panic because usually her alarm went off at 6:30 a.m., but today it didn't. She rushed around the house trying to get ready, hoping that she wouldn't be late for school. Our question today is, why was Mrs. Sherman worried about being late for school? Using our RACE method, we would start thinking about restating our question and citing our evidence. These are usually the two things that we do first. Citing our evidence can be something that we usually forget to do. So I usually tell my students to cite their evidence first. There's a few ways we can do this. If you're on a certain page number in a book, you can say on page blank it says. In this case, we don't have page numbers, we have a passage. So one way we can cite the evidence is to say, according to the passage or according to the text. So we're going to say, according to the text, which would be citing our evidence. Okay. Now we're going to restate. Our question was, why was Mrs. Sherman worried about being late for school? When we restate a question, we don't usually want to use the who, what, when, where, why, or how words. So instead of doing why was, we're going to start with Mrs. Sherman, and then put this was over here, was worried about being late for school because Mrs. Sherman was worried about being late for school and we have to add because so we can answer the question and explain our evidence. So answering and explaining our evidence usually goes together. So according to the text, Mrs. Sherman was worried about being late for school because, and now we look back in the text. Well, I know she woke up at 7:30 and she usually wakes up at 6:30, but today her alarm didn't go off, which is why she woke up late. So I'm going to say she was worried about being late for school because her alarm didn't go off and she woke up late. This isn't an answer that I just made up. I actually found it from the text. And so overall, our answer becomes, according to this text, Mrs. Sherman was worried about being late for school because her alarm didn't go off and she woke up late. We have our citing, we have our restating, we have our answer and our explanation. This is how you use the RACE method to answer a question. If you have any questions or comments about this message, please leave me a comment below. Thank you.